I swear to God, if this works, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, it does work.
Well, holy shit.
Well, we are live. Um, Hello, my kitties. How's it all going? I hope everyone's been good. It's been a beautiful day in the neighborhood for me. So we have Zeldin here. Oh, are you ready for fun and adventure in the sun, Zeldin?
Oh, I am so ready for this. I am ready for the sunshine, gumdrops, and rainbows.
Oh, I know, right? Isn't it gonna be fun? Like, all right, just a second here, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting set. Oh, how does it feel, Zeldin? Feeling that your boy made a big boo boo.
Oh, the fact that I liked his content, but the fact that he made a this big of a screw up. I mean, I've heard what he said on Twitter, of course, but I got to see for myself what he was talking about in the actual review itself.
And I welcome everyone in here. This is gonna be fun. Fun, yum yum time. Like, it is like fucking cool cat type shit in this bitch. We're gonna have a fun, yum time.
Hi there, kids. I'm Cool Cat, and I love you. Let's have some funny, fun, yum yum time.
So, Mr. Alex is here. Stephen Bryant's here. I was wondering why you didn't stream for a few days. I was away at a tournament. Like, I went to a tournament not too long ago, and I had fun. It was a blast. I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna move this down here for a second because I gotta do other stuff here for just a split second, and then we will get started. I brought Zeldin along with me because I just like I feel like I have to break people in my channel. It's just so much fun to do. And Zeldin goes like pretty much like to Mr. Enter. He's like you were the chosen one. He's like
Yeah,
you were the chosen. You were the chosen one. How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? Mr. Enter, you were supposed to be the good reviewer, not the terrible one. You were supposed to be a good reviewer, not leave it like Doug Walker. I think I'm getting a little too carried away.
no. Yeah, you basically hit the nail on the head.
Not to leave it in darkness. Um, like okay, I gotta go over to my chat here. So hello, good review. Oh, I know this is gonna be fun. Like I've actually seen the movie Turning Red. Like I actually sat down and watched the entire thing from start to end, and like I'm gonna do like my own on it because I think it would be fun for me to do. And also too, I'm not gonna be able to stream much longer because, well, it's a subject entirely different that I'm not willing to get my fat ass into because, in IRL shit. But yeah, um, but yeah, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna go through this video of Mysterious Mr. Enters because I've watched bits and pieces of it, and I find this video to be absolutely the most dumbest thing I think I've ever seen this guy do. Like it is painful.
And
And
this is gonna be my blind reaction to it.
yeah, Zeldin has not seen this yet, so I'm like, I can't wait to watch Zeldin just flip his biscuits over this. It's gonna be fun, yum yum time. And also too, I need to not be a cunt and actually feature you in the stream because I have it to where it just says, "Oh, Mr. Enter gets ass blasted,"
Eh.
or Zeldin's like, "I don't want to be associated with this shit. I'm not here. It's just
It doesn't matter.
So late Thursday night show start. Yeah, terrible tubers Thursday. Oh my god! Like I just find it hilarious that he's sitting here like Well, in the video that he did, talking about Turning Red, he's going like how this movie is so fucking terrible and everything, and it's just like, oh my god, something tells me this is gonna turn into like the most biggest shit show ever. And it does. It does turn into a shit show. So, with that all said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope everything is set. I hope everyone is ready. Are you ready, Zeldin, for fun, yum yum times?
Oh, I am certainly ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass the link to you to where you can get in. So that way we're not like how do you say it? We're watching it at the exact same time. We're not sitting
Yeah,
here and um like how do you say it? We're not sitting here and just fucking
I get you.
if it doesn't work, let me know.
All right, let me take a look. Okay, join, obviously. All
Uh,
right, looks like I join. Seems to be black. Okay, there it is. Turning red is a mixed bag. Yeah, there it is.
if you guys feel like giving your own opinions on this subject, go ahead. It's like and also too, this stream wasn't planned. Like I never planned this fully out. I just oh joy, this is gonna be fun. Oh yes, Nathan, it's gonna be fun, yum yum times. It's time to make fun of a dude getting ass blasted over a movie that is does not even curtail to him. In three, two, one, let's begin this party.
So I watched Turning Red recently, the latest Pixar film. What took me so long to see this one? Well, I was actually avoiding it for a couple of reasons. Most notably, the trailer. Like,
Oh no,
Wait.
I know why he was avoiding it. Cause it's a teen movie. I don't like fucking teen movies. My name is Mr. Enner, and all I want to do is watch ponies and bitch about SpongeBob.
Which, of course, okay, if you were avoiding it, then why would you watch it in the first place if you were planning on avoiding it?
Because
That's like saying,
because Mr. Zeldin, I want clout. I want my viewership, and I want my pay piggies to pay me on Patreon.
because that's like saying you know where the mines are in a minefield, and then you thought to yourself, yeah, I'm just gonna walk in the minefield anyway.
Because let's see this. Yeah, I'm just Rebel is Stitch. Oh Jesus, I would make a terrible Stitch.
I think that even people who like this movie will agree that the trailer is really, really bad. Personally,
Beg your pardon?
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Get him, Zeldin. Get him.
okay, wait. I watched the trailer, and I didn't think it was that bad because I like the movie. I watched the trailer, and the trailer is actually not that bad. If he doesn't go in depth of why he thinks that the trailer is, quote, bad or anything, or why people who watch the trailer thinks it's that bad, then I'm going to have to say this straight up. You're just pulling shit out of your ass.
You want to know why, Zeldin? Because you have to take his word for it. He has no evidence. Citation.
it showed me that
Wait,
Okay.
you're saying something?
Go ahead. You can play it now.
everything I didn't like in a movie would be in this one, with a super in-your-face attitude. And it didn't really make any arguments of how a transformation into a red panda could actually carry a movie.
Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Okay, if I can.
Go
This
ahead.
is the first point where I'm actually gonna blast him on. Okay, the panda thing did carry out throughout the entire movie. What the fuck are you talking about?
The point of the panda was to basically basically subtly talking about puberty. Just like how the movie Inside Out was basically talking about the fact that each of the emotions represent about a girl basically upset about basically being homesick and basically moving away. That's the point. I don't think that Mr. Enter is actually understanding the point of the red panda.
And then we got I don't think that it was terrible. The trailer is first impression. I mean, it carried a bit well in movie form. Is Mr. Enter a film critic or just a hater? Okay, Mr. Alex. So I'll give you a little bit of a history into him. Mysterious Mr. Enter has been on YouTube for quite some time, and he does he does movie reviews, but most of them are him just being very critical of movies, and it's just it is fucking cringe. If you watch his stuff about SpongeBob, you will cringe in your seat because he sits here and he makes a bunch of like really like out there points. He's like the Alex Jones of fucking movie reviewers. He just makes up theories on top of theories and then just doesn't know what he's saying half the time. But let's get back to this.
It seemed like an incredibly light, simple premise. And the other reason that I didn't want to watch Turning Red at first was because if I did, I knew I'd have to talk about it. And
Whoa.
I knew this
Okay.
was gonna do it. I knew that.
Hold on. Where did it say that you were obligated to actually review the movie just because you saw it? That's like saying if I saw any animated movie, even though I try to be a reviewer myself for cartoons and animation, just because you see a quote animated movie does not mean automatically make you obligated to review every single animated movie. You're not always going to be obligated to do that kind of thing.
Okay,
But
like say like you watch the My Little Pony movie. Does that obligate you to where you have to review it? He hates the status quo. I think like I just think he's just like he misunderstands. I think that's mainly what it is. But I could be wrong here. Like if I am, I am. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna really care, but let's keep going.
And if I knew I had anything other than super glowing praise for it, we were going to have another turtle situation.
turtle situation, where did that come from?
You see, he drowned a bunch of turtles in a well. He took a glass tank of 4 turtles and he threw them in there and tried to dump green stuff on them, hoping that they would turn into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my god! I mean, the fact that okay, just because you gave the movie high praises doesn't make it a quote turtle situation. I guess the only thing I can think of when he's climbing a turtle.
Like, if he says if I don't give the movie super glowing praise, then it'll be like another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles situation. That's what he was talking about.
Okay, well, I mean, just because you give the movie high praises doesn't mean nothing. It just makes you just have a like. It just means that you just have to be one of those many people that happen to give it high praise. It doesn't make you any different.
And then we got Super Disney fan who just showed up. How's it going, dude? Yeah, this stream wasn't really planned out, so it's okay. Like, if you're late, it's all right. Like, I didn't really plan this out. I just wanted to sit down, shoot the shit, and fucking rip into this faggot for his fucking movie review because it's pathetic.
So I watched the film, and I have something other than super glowing praise for it. And
okay, you're not the only one who didn't have super glowing praise for it. There was a lot of people that actually didn't like this movie. Like, this movie was like half and half. You had half the people that actually liked it. You had people that hated it, and then you had some people that thought it was an okay movie. Like, I thought it was okay. Like, but then too, it's like I went in there with no expectations. Because I just wanted to sit down, watch it for the sake of watching it. Because I was like, okay, I just want to see what this movie's all about and what they talk about. And go ahead.
No, you good. No, you good.
And I did look up, like, how do you say it? When I'm doing like the review for it myself, I've actually done a lot of research into the director of this movie. Because she's actually worked on quite a few things. She's worked on Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, Inside Out. And she's done like, what is it? Like storyboard art for it. So, like how you say, she's been in Pixar for a little while now. And some of the inspiration she got, like for art pieces like this, like the animation for this movie, she drew inspiration from her father, which is just a fun little nugget of knowledge. But yeah, I mean, yes, I understand everyone has different opinions, but this one gets to a different. Like, I am confused about the fact that Mr. Ender complained that Turning Red did not include 9/11 attack. No, he does include that, Super Disney. He does. Like, that was one of the things that drew like a shit ton of controversy to this on him. When we do get to that part, like, it's not as controversial as like you would originally think. He's just straight up wrong on it. And it's just really dumb of why he would make a point like that, but let's keep going. Sorry I droned on here.
No, don't worry about it, dude.
Now I'm going to talk about it. With the chaos and the drama this movie has caused, it's really tempting to just go one way or the other. Praise it for being shocking and daring and tackling new ground.
Okay, how is this movie shocking and breaking new ground? Like, are you going to go through that?
I'm going to guess not.
Because, okay, there's a lot of shit that is, like that is more daring and breaking ground, and I've never heard that argument. I don't know where he's pulling this argument from. Maybe he went on Tumblr where he cries too often.
Oh my god.
Because he's a little soy boy bitch and he can't stand when people criticize him. Hence is why he had to turn off the comment sections for this video. Oops.
Jeez.
Or to go in the other direction and absolutely eviscerate the film. It's really cementing itself with the Ghostbusters effect. It's not a movie. It's a political...
Whoa.
Okay.
Pause. The Ghostbuster effect?
Okay, if I can, it seems like what he's trying to compare it to is the 2016 fucking Ghostbusters, which...
Yeah,
I will say it. I've seen both this and Ghostbusters, the 2016 version. That movie sucked cock.
Oh, yeah, I will say that the 2016 Ghostbusters did suck, but I'm sorry, that's definitely pulling shit out of your ass if you're making that kind of comparison.
Like, I will say it's nowhere near close. I mean, yes, I understand. Okay, oops.
Argument.
Okay. Oh, I thought okay.
Arguments, like Thundercats Roar, High Guardian Spice, or Masters of the Universe Revelation before it, or...
Okay, no.
Okay.
Okay, no, this movie does not even come close to Thundercats Roar, High Guardian Spice. It's not that bad, and if anything... No, the reason why people really dunk on High Guardian Spice is because there's so many fucking animation and fucking audio errors in the entire series. From when I watched this movie, it's like the voice acting is in sync, the characters are in sync, the animation's at least halfway decent. So I don't know why he keeps, like, why he's trying to go like, this movie's bad, this movie's so damn bad.
Wow, we're only like 1 minute in and already like there's a lot of gigantic red flags.
Because he's a fucking idiot.
Or She-Ra, or I can keep going on. These arguments are largely annoying, and they shouldn't be engaged in on any side of the argument, whether you're a defender or a detractor. If you're a detractor, it elevates the status of the movie and gives it more importance than it really deserves. If you're a defender, you obscure the actual merits of the movie and turn it into a target. Which actually...
Whoa! And turn into a target. That's a bit much, don't you think?
Okay. And no, like, I will say, I'm not here to defend it. I'm just here to fucking fire back at your shitty points. Because, okay, if you're gonna rip a movie to shreds, at least do it right. Like, it's one of those, like, throughout this, like, I will say it, he makes up a bunch of shit. And it's like, god damn it, he's just not well informed. He didn't, this is almost worse than Ben, if I were to be honest.
Whoa, you're making that comparison.
Yes, like he's one of those people, he just skims. It's like, dude, like, go into details. Like, you're fucking, like, if I can, he's waffling. He's waffling on this. It's like, dude, either you liked it or you hated it. Like, what do you like about it? What do you hate about it? Like, get into that. Like, why are we a minute in and you're not getting the fuck on with it?
Because I guess he has to, well, I guess into him, of course, he thinks that he has to, like, quote, educate people on these kind of things. That's
okay,
what I think
this dude, I wouldn't even fucking trust him to run a lemonade stand, let alone fucking do a movie review. Yes, I fucking said it. Like, And watch this. Like, I'll probably fucking do. Oh, what the hell? The fuck did he compare it to freaking? Oh my god! Why did Mr. Enter turn off comment sections on Turning Red? Is beyond me. Because you want to know the answer, Super Disney fan, and everyone that's here. Because he's a pussy. That's what it is.
Because he doesn't want to deal with the backlash he got from his review, and he wants to basically keep his video up.
Like, well, and that's the thing, though. It's like, it's the effect of he just doesn't go into detail, and he's just not well informed and researched into this shit. At least, like, you know, at least if I'm going to do something like this, I'm going to at least research into the movie, like, you know, get what I need out of it. That's why I'm taking so long with mine. Because I want to make sure I have everything first before I do it. Because,
of course.
Not because I want to be well informed, but like how you say, don't get me wrong, there's going to be points where I make fun of it. As I always do.
Does hurt the artists in the long run, and hurts the actual political headway of whatever movement you're arguing for even more. Oh, that's not even mentioning that you're playing pawns to billion-dollar corporations that have packaged your personal values and have sold them back to you.
What? What? Okay, what was he... Okay, first he derailed from one thing, and now he's derailing to another thing? He's like derailing a lot, if you notice.
That's what happens when you suffer a fucking head trauma wound to your head.
Like, 1 minute he's saying that the movie was going daring. Then he's going to derailing to being a pawn in basically merchandise?
Okay, he's basically saying, like, the Frozen effect, where it's like, okay, this movie gets overhyped and it sells, like, a shit ton of merch. Well, that's the thing, like, it's gonna sell a shit ton of merch. Hell, you bought a fucking plushie for your woman.
Exactly. And also, too, of course that they're going to sell merchandise. Companies do it all the time. That's the point of business.
Okay, yeah, and no, I'm not letting Easter in. No, it's not happening. Not tonight. I sort of want to keep this stream not chaotic tonight because holy shit. But okay, let's keep going with this bullshit.
Turning Red is a mixed bag. Actually, I don't even know if that's the best way to describe it. It is the Pixar film.
Oh, yet your title card says it's a mixed bag. You said it's not. It is a mixed bag, but it's not a mixed bag in your thumbnail.
Okay.
Which one is it?
Okay, so like he is gonna start getting into that one here soon. But yeah, let's keep going here.
Film that I am the most mixed on. There are Pixar films that I absolutely love, like Soul, WALL-E, or Ratatouille. There are Pixar films I don't like Cars 2. And then there are Pixar films I don't care about, like A Bug's Life or the first Cars.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with him there. Like Cars 2 was awful. Bug's Life I didn't really get into. Like I thought it was like I can see why people got into it, but I was just one of those people that just never really got into it. Like how you say it, Soul I haven't seen yet. I gotta go watch it because I've been hearing that it's halfway decent. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's okay in my opinion. I'm not saying that it's not a good movie or it is a good movie. I'm basically gonna say that it was pretty good. It was okay in my opinion. That's all. Like I don't see the overhype and all that jazz.
Yeah, well, like a lot of Pixar movies are. I didn't care for the first Toy Story, but I love Toy Story 2. Like, yeah, like I watched the first Toy Story. I thought it was okay. And then Toy Story 2, I liked it. Fucking Toy Story 3 though. Motherfucker, that movie hit me in the feels.
But Toy Story 4, I'm sorry, that was completely pointless, in my opinion.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun movie. I didn't think it was that terrible.
I'm not saying it's terrible. I just think it was pointless.
Toy Story 3 punches you in the gut. No, it kicks you in the balls.
Turning Red is a film I'd probably like if it wasn't for some glaring problems that took me right out of the experience time and again. So Turning Red stars an Asian Canadian girl named Miley.
May, you fucking moron. Jesus Christ, did you not bother to look up the name of the main character? Fucking hell.
I guess not.
Like,
I think oh, go ahead.
this dude is like fucking taking a Tommy gun to his foot.
I was gonna say, I think even the movie even pronounces her name multiple times.
May, yeah, that's what her name is. Like, it's like, it's not a hard fucking name to. This isn't Miley Cyrus, you fucking artard.
Oh my god.
Now I can bet you people are gonna make fucking fanfics of this character becoming the new Miley Cyrus
God, no.
because of the overbearing mother.
Growing up in Toronto in 2002, where one night she learns that she becomes a giant red panda whenever she feels any particularly strong emotions. This is complicated by the fact that she has an overbearing mother, is going through middle school, and puberty. It's
Okay, if I can.
Go ahead.
Okay, like, I'm gonna say it here, this is actually one problem I had with the movie. Is that, like, okay, it explained out the red panda part and why, like, you know, one of their ancestors became, you know, that red panda is to protect the village from a bunch of people.
Exactly.
The thing was, the mother had plenty of time to explain to her daughter, hey, yeah, we turn into these things.
And if I may, the fact that I think she wasn't prepared for it, of course, because she didn't know what age that she would have turned into the red panda at first.
Well, but that's the thing, though. Like, she could have done that when she was, like, 11 or something, so that way, you know, when she fucking does it, like, you know, when she transforms into it, she isn't freaking the fuck out. That would have been a little helpful to her.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fairly simple movie despite all the drama, and yet there's a ton to talk about. I'm going to start with what held me back from actually enjoying the movie, and that is May's mother, Ming. I'm going to be dead straight with you. I hated this character so much that I thought I would have to stop watching the movie. Ming is a helicopter...
Okay, so... Okay, you know what? Just a second. I'll let him keep going here for a split moment.
parent. The type who controls every little thing about their child's life, and are super panicked that a slight deviation from their plan will harm their child.
Okay. Yeah, I can see, like, okay, I can see why people don't like this character, but also, too, like, he's not really, like, what's the word for it? Empathizing with the character, and there's a reason why she is the way she is.
Because her mother was... Go ahead.
Her mother was overbearing to her. Also, too, sorry, spoiler alert for people that are watching, she turns into one her fudging self. And,
yes, basically...
Oh, go ahead.
Basically, the mother was also trying to look out for her daughter, of course. Yes, she is a helicopter mom. Yes, she is overbearing. But, however, you can also tell that she does really do care about her daughter very much. And the fact of the matter is she had really high concerns because of not only her ability to turn into the red panda, but the fact that these strong emotions could basically not only affect her daughter, but affect people around her.
Yeah, and the character, it's like, okay, yeah, and that's what she was, like, that's why she's been a helicopter parent over her, is because she knows she's going to transform into this thing. And the way, like, okay, Ming's and hers are completely different stories. With May's, it's more, like, how do you say it? It's more friendly. It's more, like, how do you say it? It's more expressive. Fucking Ming's, on the other hand, is like a fucking Godzilla monster. As you will see later.
Yep.
So they create this self-fulfilling prophecy, where they hurt their child so much more than the rest of the world could. Every time that Ming was on screen, I was angry. The two most infamous bits you've probably heard of, when she finds drawings of May's crush and drives her down to the store to show the boy in them what May did.
Okay, not gonna lie, I've actually had my mom do that to me before. Not,
and
like,
of course,
not drive down into, like, okay, and fucking show him, like, my fucking scrapbooks or anything like that. But no, she told a girl that I liked in high school that I liked her. Literally fucking did that, and I was embarrassed for, like, 3 weeks straight. So no, like, this shit does happen.
But of course, I was also going to say, the mother was obviously concerned because the fact that her daughter was drawing pictures of this guy that she obviously liked. That's why she did it. It wasn't because, like, I don't know why. Mr. Enter is trying so hard to make this woman look like such a freaking such a bitch, of course. Like, seriously. Okay, yes, it's very common for children and basically people to draw people they like, of course, and of course having these kind of like urges and all that. But however, you got to also see in the perspective of the mother, of course, the fact that your daughter is drawing like something that she has urges over for a random guy, of course, and it's a guy at the convenience store. So the mother's obviously going to be concerned because, as Rebel just explained, she can turn it into a red panda.
And also too, I do like what autistic writer said. Yeah, Ming is a tiger mom. Exactly. He's manipulating scenes to make Ming look bad. Cinema Sins does the same thing. Well, the thing that Cinema Sins does is they actually what's the line I want to draw here is that Cinema Sins does it for comedic effect. Like they do it to be funny.
There was one time that a few times they actually did it not for the comedic thing, but just to make it, yeah.
And the other time is when she came down to school unprompted to try and give May menstrual pads without any self-awareness that she was doing it in front of her whole class.
Okay. Another situation I will say I identify with. Like, I think it's well known at this point that I have ADHD. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've had it ever, like, since birth. There was one time where my mom came into school. And yeah, and she did. She did this right in front of my fucking class. And she goes like, "Oh, you forgot to take your Cetera." Like, she's actually done that before. So, like, how do you say it? Like, I like how he tries to act like this is out of the ordinary. Like every parent does this. Every parent fucking does this.
And of course, the fact that, yes, parents are going to be embarrassing. It's very common, really, of how they're going to be. But to Mr. Enter, of course, you're still trying to make her out to be a complete bitch. But these are just common things that you would see in most parents, of course.
Also, if I can too, there's been more moments than just that one. I had to take pain reliever into my brother because he had a headache. Imagine how embarrassed he is to see his older brother come into a school in front of his friends to give him pain reliever.
Like, okay, is Mr. Enter trying to say Ming is a bitch for being a parent?
In a way, that's what it's coming off like, actually. That's
Like,
what.
okay, go ahead.
That's what it's coming off like.
But then, of course, that also kind of contradicts him a little. Basically, this movie, of course, the review called Normal in the North. He basically went off on this one character, of course, because the character, of course, was upset because their parent wasn't there for them or basically there to spend time with them. And he goes on a tirade rant, basically saying, "Oh, well, your parents trying to do their job and make sure that you have food and make sure you have a place to sleep and have clothes on your back, if I remember that correctly." But yet, Ming, of course, being a parent, a concerned parent, is being an automatic bitch?
Also too, Super Disney Fan did point something out here. In my personal opinion, I think Turning Red should be rated PG-13. Some shirtless boys dancing, puberty, and I can see where, like, yeah, this movie seems like it's more intended for teenagers than it is for children. And I think, not gonna lie, that's where I can see people's points on, like, okay, it should be more approved for, like, kids that are starting to get into that phase. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's other stuff that has talked about this stuff and better. But it's like, okay, at least the movie's making a attempt at it.
Of course.
And they're not trying to, like, what's the word for it? They're not trying to shy away from it. They're just straight up to, like, they talk about it for, like, one scene. And mainly it's about, like, what is it? It's about a girl growing up in high school. And who turns into a red fucking panda.
and it's basically a metaphor for puberty, and that's it.
There's also a third moment that really struck me, and that's when May goes to Tyler's party, and Ming was so blind to any possible reasons that May might rebel, especially after the first two incidents, that she basically stops May from seeing her friends.
Okay,
Because
I have to iterate on this scene because, okay, here's the thing. The reason why she was so blind to it is because May herself didn't say anything, and I like how you sit there and finally get her name right now, but you called her Miley earlier.
I guess he didn't look back at the audio or the video itself and basically try to make some changes.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking sloppy.
Every time Ming was on screen, this was some of the most uncomfortable a Disney Pixar film has ever made me feel. And need I
How can you feel uncomfortable with this movie? How? Like, does he go into any details how he feels uncomfortable with it?
No, he really doesn't actually. If I can. There's fucking... Are you kidding me, fam? Like, you don't remember Lotso from fucking, Toy Story 3? I'm not gonna lie, there's a motherfucker that made me feel uncomfortable. Because you would think that Lotso is supposed to be this lovable, huggable character, and then come to find out he's an utter cunt. Who fucking tries to throw Woody and Buzz back into the fucking child. Cool, you have fun with that. You have fun with that, bud. You have fun.
Yeah, let's see what Maury has to say. Jeez, bro.
I remind you that this is a film about puberty, in which the problem is solved with twerking. So
no,
okay.
No, what the fuck?
Okay, yes, the movie is about puberty, but not entirely solved because of twerking. Yes, Mr. Enter, I get it that you had a problem with the Powerpuff Girls 2016 twerking scene, and I will say I had a problem with the twerking scene in Turning Red, but I don't think it was the entire way of fixing the problem of the actual movie.
So you're telling me if I take a picture, like a gift of the Powerpuff Girls twerking and send it to him on Twitter, he will go unraveled?
He might. Because I know that I think, if I may, I think why he brought that moment up is because of the fact that, again, it might have been because of the same thing with friggin' the Powerpuff Girls 2016 twerking.
And if I can, and normally I would never bring attention to this, Nightlock, or should I say Sunset, I love how you keep doing these desperate little attempts to get me to go at you. I'm already done with you. Like, I've done everything I can to you. Like, once I've used the rocket launcher, what else can I use? Oh, it's Marco? Oh, Darko Choco's here? Aww. If that is Darko Choco, I bet you he's pissed off over the op turkey pulled on him. Reek! Turkey pulled a mad up on me. Reek!
All right, let's get back to this.
Yeah, let's go.
So, defenders will rush and say that this behavior is accurate, especially in Asian communities. And there's a kernel of truth to the kernel of truth here. Asian...
Wait. He's not really going to talk about the Asian culture, is he?
Okay. If I can...
Go ahead.
Oh, Mr. Enter, you're not going to like what I'm about to hit you with, buddy.
Go ahead.
The director of this movie is actually Asian. She comes from Asian descent. Maybe you should read her Wikipedia article, you fucking spaz. And yes, most Asian culture families are like this. You fucking spaz lord. Like, oh, you think it's like a fucking Family Guy stereotyping. It's not. It's like, okay, in a way, like, she's put into the film, like, okay, this is how I somewhat grew up. Like, except the red panda part, I don't think she would be like, hey, guys, I can turn into a red panda for realsies.
I was gonna say, the thing is, remember, Mysterious Mr. Ender does have a hate boner for Family Guy as well, and also to the fact that even Saberspark got that right about freaking the Asian culture part.
Uh-oh. Caroline Cat's here. She's going to get angry because I'm hitting her boy.
Oh boy.
Communities are definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I don't know.
At least stereotypically strict in upbringing. So, pardon my ignorance. Is it realistic to take a child's drawing of a crush?
No, motherfucker, no. Oh, pardon my ignorance. Okay, I just sat here and blatantly said that the person who directed this movie is Asian herself. She moved from, like, I forgot what country it was. Like, you know what? Give me a second here. Let me go look this up. For a split second. Yeah, it's time for Rebel Dog to go fetchy, wetchy. I know, I sound like I'm drunk tonight.
You might as well be, dude.
Like, okay, so let me go look this up here. So, yeah, there's a Wikipedia article. Yeah, she's, let me see. So, the director was actually born a month before I was.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she was Chinese. She's actually from China. And she's done work on, like, movies such as, Inside Out, Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4. And her movie, B.A.O., was actually, like how you say, it was a short film that actually won Academy Awards for Best Animated Film at the 91 Academy Awards. So yeah, so the person who is making this movie is Asian descent. And he's just going like, oh, it's stereotypical. She wrote it into her movie. She's the, like, you know, she's the head honcho behind it.
I mean, the fact that it also could show that how actual Asian cultures really are, coming from an actual Asian person. Like, okay, what would you rather hear it from? Would you rather hear from Family Guy, who make it stereotypical as possible, or an actual Asian person themselves?
And he goes like, excuse my ignorance. It's like, bitch, you making an ignorant statement because you didn't know.
I mean, research, John. Seriously, you're
research
a reviewer.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Drag her down to a convenience store and confront the person in said drawing in a store full of people.
Okay, John, you missed the point. You seriously, the writers and directors literally threw the ball to you and you literally swang and you missed the point. The point was the fact that friggin' Ming is that type of parent. Yes, there are some parents that would do something like that. There will be some parents out there that will do stupid shit like this. You think that there are any parents out there that would do stuff like this? I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you, John. There are parents out there that do stuff like that. Rebel even just explained it right there.
Okay, and also, if I can also add into this part, because he failed to do it himself, the guy right there, the one that Ming is fucking ripping his soul out, is actually 17. So he's almost near the legal age of becoming an adult.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, it's perfectly logical of her to think, oh, maybe something's actually going on. I mean, nothing is, but still. Like, this is what you get with helicopter parents.
Especially if you are under the delusion that these things actually happened.
The delusions? Delusions?
Okay. Okay, you'd have to be delusional to think, oh, okay, Dominique Shi can actually turn into a red panda in IRL.
Okay, I also think that delusion might be one of John's favorite words, actually. He loves using the word delusion. If you notice that... I was going to say, if you notice, in a lot of Mysterious Mr. Enters' reviews, he loves using the word delusion.
Okay, I got a question for you, Mr. Nightluck. Who did you apologize to in that video? I'll let that one hang. But
Anyway,
okay, so really, my whole take on this is he's so misinformed. He's so misinformed. And I honestly somewhat love it because I find it to be absolutely funny.
oh yeah.
Despite one of the drawings being the boy.
Just a second. Guess what? Congratulations, Sunset. You fucking played yourself. Clap. You fucking played yourself. Good job. I threw a trick question to you and you fucking fell into it. Nice try, Sunset. Ha!
As a merman. Is it really realistic to try and directly give menstrual pads to someone and not leave them with a nurse at school?
Yes, it is realistic.
You see, Mr. Andrew doesn't know about how some parents are.
Okay.
Because, go ahead.
I had my mom go up to a basketball court because a bunch of people were calling me retarded. And she proceeded to ream them out in front of me.
I mean, the fact that there are... Okay, I don't know if John ever heard of people called Karens. Has he ever heard of them? They're really trending on TikTok and on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I know, Zeldin. You love your Karens. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm sorry, Zeldin. That joke was bad. It was in bad taste.
Ming's behavior is too over the top. Actually, no, it's not. That's actually the problem. The problem is that it's realistic. It's something that could feasibly...
Oh my fucking...
Wait. 1 minute you say it's not realistic, but then you're saying it is realistic?
Bro!
Okay, John, you are contradicting yourself left and right. You might as well be the new RTI now.
The walking contradiction. Good, fuck them. If you think I'm gonna feel bad for that motherfucker, like, no, I'm not gonna feel bad for him. Well, Super Disney fan, that will probably explain why Sunset Watcher has brain hurt.
Happen if you were one of the worst, most brain-dead people on Earth. It's not like, say,
Oh, the irony. Oh, the fucking irony, buddy.
And he's about to bring up Doofenshmirtz. If he's bringing up Phineas and Ferb, you better be careful what you say, boy. You better be careful what you say.
Please, Zeldin, murder him. No, I'm kidding.
Doofenshmirtz, who also had a hard upbringing. So hard that neither of his parents showed up for his actual birth. You want to talk about realism?
Because he got adopted, you fucking idiot. Yes, he had adoptive parents. And also, too, like, why are you bringing that fucking up? Like, what the fuck?
His review is going all over the place. And also, oh boy, he's bringing up Encanto. Let's hear this.
We need to talk about Encanto. This was a Disney film also about generational trauma, which seems to be the theme of the season. Mirabel's grandmother was guilty of pretty much the same things, being overly controlling, trying to keep her family in the perfect boxes that she imagined for them. Of course, Encanto didn't make me want to smash my computer because it was subtle.
Subtle? Because it was subtle? Dude, the movie was being blunt about it. Yes, Encanto basically had the freaking grandmother being overbearing to the family because she had a huge responsibility to her house. Plus, she didn't want to see her family get killed because she's literally witnessed her husband getting shot and killed right in front of her. And the fact that you're bringing up subtlety?
Well, he's bringing up subtlety as in, like, okay, there's more of a reason why she's this overbearing. If that's, like, okay, if that's where you want to go with it. Like, I'm sorry for doing this a tiny bit, Zeldin. I'm going to play a little devil's advocate here when it comes to that. Like, yeah, it's way more understanding why the grandmother in that movie is overbearing, if that's the case.
that may be so, but my problem is when John is bringing up subtlety.
Yeah,
That's my
like,
problem.
yeah, and also too, yes, in a way for the mother, it is subtle in this one too, because okay, your daughter can turn into a fucking red panda that's the size of a brick shithouse. Like, okay, you'll see it later on. Like, the mother turns into a fucking panda that's like the size of fucking Godzilla. So you can see why she's a little bit over fucking bearing. Oh my god, if my daughter turns into that, it would be fucking murder.
You could constantly understand the reasons that Alma was doing the things that she was doing, even if you didn't agree with them. And in the end, you want to see Alma get better, not have her taken away in the back of a police car. This is like trying to redeem Doofenshmirtz's parents and doing it in a realistic way, and have
Seriously, bringing up freaking
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
seriously. Why does he keep bringing up Doofenshmirtz? We get it, but it's a verb. Go ahead.
Because he hates Doofenshmirtz. He has like a hate boner for him. I'm sorry for laughing hysterically, but this is great.
No, it's fine, dude. It's just that, John, cheese and crow, you are going all over the place with this review. This review is all over the place.
Would I like it if my mom brought menstrual pads to my school? That'd be hilarious, actually. Oh my god.
I mean, I wouldn't have to worry about that because I'm a guy.
Hey, Zeldin, are you going to be on your period tomorrow morning? I'm going to bring you your pads. I know I'm going to hell for that. And also, I like how someone actually turns their name to Turning Red Sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, he has nothing else to say because I fucking busted his dumb ass. Good job, Sunset Watcher. Way to fucking take a Tommy gun to your foot. You're so awesome. Like, claps in the chat for this fuckwad. Good job. Fucking dumb shit.
it all heartfelt at the end. This is not a combination that works. Ming doesn't come across as understandably or realistically strict at any point in the movie. She comes across as psychotic.
Whoa. Oh, hold on, all right.
Go ahead. I was going to do the same thing.
The fact that she doesn't come off understandably. Again, she's a mother. She's caring for her daughter. And not only that, but she knows that her daughter is going through a extreme phase, as in, well, periods, of course. And not only that, but she has the ability to turn into a red panda. So, of course, she's going to be concerned. And you're saying that she's not being realistically?
Like, okay. That would be like if, okay, for example, say, like, I turn into, like, a fucking Grim Reaper or something. You don't think my fucking family would be concerned for that shit? They'd be like, oh, that's a kind of fucked up.
Yeah, see, okay, John, we get it that you don't like the character being overbearing, but come up with an actual legit argument than just her being overbearing.
I'd be like,
Like,
okay,
seriously.
Okay, if you want me to come up with an argument on the mother, is that the mother doesn't try to listen to her daughter whatsoever. There you go. Did more in 2 fucking seconds than you did in fucking the entirety of 11 minutes. Get fucked, clown. God. I'm sorry, when you make me look like a credible fucking source over you, John, you know you got problems. Jesus.
Luckily for the film, anytime that Ming isn't on screen, the movie gets a lot better. I wouldn't call it one of Pixar's best, still, but it would have been a tier above something like Onward, which felt a lot like wasted potential. Part of the Ming problem actually comes from the movie's style. It is a very much in-your-face, and takes a lot of cues from anime, with even mundane things being shot as over-the-top as possible, which is a baffling choice if you're making...
Okay, whoa. When does that happen?
I was gonna say, and also, where does anime come in? Other than the facial expressions, where does anime come in?
Oh my god. And I will say the director of this movie does like read manga and shit. So like how you say it, like I don't see it in this movie. Maybe like not gonna lie, maybe I'm the one in this situation that's just like I'm completely fucking like dripped out of my mind. I mean, I am getting older. Let's be real.
Oh my god.
Okay, we are, Nathan. It's okay. Let me fucking god damn it.
Making something that's supposed to tell some kind of down-to-earth lesson. This movie really feels like it was made for the TikTok generation. I mean, it was, obviously. It was released in 2022.
Okay, 1 minute you're sitting here, and he's gonna get to a point where he's gonna shoot himself in the fucking dick repeatedly. I'm just telling yous now. He's sitting here saying that this movie was made for the fucking TikTok generation, but yet you're sitting here talking about the movie being about fucking, what is it? About a woman going through her period.
Yes, because that's when the freaking TikTok generation came out as well.
And there's no fucking TikTok bullshit in this. What are you fucking talking about? Oy.
But the movie also takes place in 2002, and that creates many problems with the film. Like, I hear some of the slang in this film, like the word besties, and well...
Okay, that's actually been around since the 90s, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, so what if they say certain slang? Like, some slangs come from many different generations, of course. Some come from the 70s, some come from the 80s, and so on and so forth. It doesn't matter what generation it is. They're going to come from anywhere.
Can someone actually tell this guy that this is an animated movie and not based on real life? Can someone tell him that? Because, if I can, this is a dude that takes everything so seriously. Like, I've noticed that when he reviews, like, SpongeBob and shit, he thinks that these characters are, like, all serious characters and that they have, like, fucking morals and motivations. It's like, sometimes characters are just fucking characters. What are you doing? Oy, motherfucker. But yeah, the Shadow Console. Yeah, we went over that. No, actually, Super Disney fan. You couldn't, or not Super Disney fan. I'm sorry, I get him and Autistic Writer mixed up all the time. No, he actually turned off comments, meaning you cannot comment on that video. But okay, let's keep going with this fucking shit show. Hey, Zeldin, are you still with us? Are you still
amongst the
living?
I'm still here.
Are you wanting to beat yourself with a fucking baseball bat yet?
Maybe later.
While that term did apparently exist way back when, you would not be hearing that in middle school. The movie also
John, have you ever had any experience of middle school whatsoever? Like any sort of experience of these kind of things?
Because I know where his middle school experience has been. Can I say it? It was riding the short bus and being in special ed.
Oh, God.
Like, that would explain why he doesn't, like, how do you say it? He's not tuned in to, like, reality.
Apparently not.
And also, too, you know what? I gotta say sorry for that joke. That was, actually, I'm not gonna lie, that was too far, even for me. That's too far.
Well,
but it's
well,
like,
the thing is,
like, and that's the thing John is. He's stuffed in a box. He sounds like one of these people that doesn't see the outside world. And from what I've been hearing, he wants to do a documentary on children. But yet he fails to understand them. That's not good bueno there.
Overestimates how common cell phone use was among middle schoolers at the time.
Yes, cell phones have been around since the 90s. If you like, there was one time where I was watching WCW when I was a kid, and Paul Heyman had a fucking cell phone that was the size of a brick.
Wait, Polaroid filed for bankruptcy in
2001.
2001. What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and it's not even called a Polaroid camera, you stupid jackass. And also, even then, like, people were still doing that shit in the 2000s. It's, like, mainly around, like, maybe, what is it, like, 2004 and onwards that we went to digital cameras?
Around there, but besides, like I said, people still use those cameras way back then.
Yeah, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like, I mean, go ahead. At least, unlike you, Mr. Enter, at least if someone made a negative comment to me about this, I would at least look at it and fucking not whine like a little bitch about it. I would at least take the comment and be like, yeah, maybe I took it a little too far.
It wasn't until the mid to late 2000s when cell phones became a common thing in middle schools.
No.
What?
No. Like, cell phones were very common back in the fucking 90s. That's when they started coming out. And that's where I got the example of knowing who the fuck Paul Heyman was in wrestling, because I saw him with a fucking cell phone that was the size of a brick.
Exactly. Like, where is he getting this idea from about kids and cell phones in high school? Again,
because and I'm sorry to say it, it's due to the fact of he's not informed. He's not well informed. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he didn't do that much research going into this movie.
apparently not. Holy shit, John.
Unless
I know why Caroline Netty's so quiet, because he knows very well that Daddy Rebel just blew his op right in front of him. Get better, scrub!
the family was rich, even the adults at the time would be using beepers. The anime style also feels off due to the time period.
No, motherfucker, no! Beepers were common in the 80s. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god.
Yeah, he didn't do his research on this. And besides, the fact that, I mean, if that was the case, wouldn't it bring up the fact that in Hey Arnold, one of the shows he really loved, I mean, fucking A, Bob, of course, one of the characters, was known for his beepers.
Yeah, like, beepers were very common in the 80s and early 90s, but then after that, they started to die out. And people started using cell phones.
Exactly.
Yes.
There was reminders on the phone.
Okay, maybe this might be a bit bad on my end, but yeah, like, coming as the only one... Am I the only one that only cares if the movie entertains me more than anything else? Apparently not. Apparently, Mr. Enter is saying you can't be entertained by this movie because Ming is so bad. Hey, Autistic Writer, did she used to page you with it, telling you to go outside and smell the grass?
Oh my god.
While anime did exist in the West, obviously, besides Sailor Moon or Dragon Ball, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh!, it was pretty niche until like 2005.
Whoa! What? No! I'm gonna stop you right there, John. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Get him. Get him.
There was a lot of animes back in the early 80s, 70s, and 90s. For example, Transformers is technically an anime, believe it or not. Fucking... And before you say, oh, well, other than Sailor Moon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And the others, no, don't sit there and say other than those and say that no other anime was popular. Don't give me that shit. There was a lot of animes that were actually in the 90s. One of my friends, Blue Prism, actually showed me an anime that was actually in 1990.
And also, too, you had Ronin Warriors that was fucking popular.
Oh, another anime I used to love watching as a kid, Card Captors. That was an anime, and that was back in the early 90s, in the early 2000s. So no, John, anime was not popular in the freaking 2005. So try again.
And also, too, if I can, and this is gonna get me a lot of hatred, but fudge it. Sailor Moon
What?
suck cock.
Okay.
Come at me. Come at me. And also too, you got to think too. Also in the 90s, Power Rangers was adapted from Japan too. True, it's not an anime, but it was something that was being adapted over from Japan. So this has been going on since the fucking 80s. And that's where Dragon Ball came out, you stupid fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's another anime that was also back in the early 90s as well.
No, to tell you the truth, Dragon Ball was actually back in the 80s. It first came out in Japan in the 80s.
Well, let's not forget when it basically got dubbed. That's what I mean.
And also, too, not to mention Nostalgia Critic reviewed of Sailor Moon sucks. Me, I'm just doing it because, I'll say it, Super Disney fan, I'm a cunt. And also, too, no, when you have your sister fucking sitting here strapping you to a fucking chair and forcing you to watch it, yeah, you get some fucking trauma in your head about that shit.
Then we started getting tricklings of things like Zatch Bell, One Piece, and so on. I mean, anime definitely was there, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the styling of the time. Speaking of which, by 2000...
No!
Wasn't it styling? Excuse me?
Johnny, no! Johnny, no! Dude, I just, like, you just sat there, like, you shot your own argument in the face with a shotgun. Anime was popular back then in the 80s and in the fucking 90s. Before 2000. There was a shit ton of anime out there. Like, Thundercats was, like, well, actually, no, I don't know if that can be considered anime or not. I would have to consult an expert on that one, and this expert I want to consult might rip my own skull off.
Oh, wait, there's another anime I used to love growing up in the early 90s. G Gundam, freaking Zoids. Those were my shit back then, and those were animes.
And I like how Autistic Red was like, Johnny, no. And like, yeah, I was going to say, you're right. Like, fucking Gundams was the shit. I used to remember going, like, I will say, I remember getting home from school and sitting down and watching fucking Gundams. And I will say, Hero was a fucking badass. Like, the first episode was fucking awesome what he fucking did. Where he told the girl character, if you don't stay away from me, I'll kill you. Like, oh, what a Chad. Oh yeah, that's right, Cowboy Bebop. That's another one. And I'm sorry, Easter Chew, I forgot that one existed because I'd never watched Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, there was a Yu Yu Hakusho. That was another. There was also friggin'. What's that? One anime that kids like. Basically, where that one girl Kakome says "sit boy," and he basically would. Holy shit! What's that?
Like, oh, okay, yeah, and this is the thing. Yeah, Dragon Ball, like, Mr. Alex, we went over that one, actually, and, Dragon Ball actually came back out in the 80s. It was, like, more of I forgot what it was supposed to actually parody. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, this is what happens when you stream at the late night. Your fucking brain turns into mush later on. Let me check what year Dragon Ball came out. Since this is a live stream, and we might as well. So, when did it... Okay, so the Dragon Ball is a Japanese media franchise created by Akira Toriyama in 1984.
Yeah, so it basically came out in the 80s, but but when did it come out in dub, of course?
Well, that didn't happen until the 90s because,
So basically, it still made our point that there were still animes that was very popular in the 90s.
Beyblade? Let me go look that up. Since Sailor Moon sucks ass and you know it, Mr. Alex. Don't lie to yourself.
And to answer your question, Goldie, yes. Beyblades is definitely an anime. That is definitely an anime.
I will say it though, I do not like Beyblade Burst. Like I've gotten to the point now where it's like, all right, so
Yeah. Oh, another two animes I can probably name off. Well, hang on. Well, one was in a kind of like early 2000s, but I think another 90s one would probably be Ultimate Muscle, of course. I think that was an early 90s to early 2000 between the two.
okay, so yeah, so Beyblade's like the first episode that aired up here was in January 8th of 2001. And he never brought that up. Like, Metal Fusion is good. Like, I liked Metal Masters more. Like, I will say I did like Metal Fusion for one reason, and that was for one character. I think many people know what character that is.
2002, boy bands were on the way out. That is literally the year that Justin Timberlake went solo, effectively ending the craze for a decade.
No, you still had Backstreet Boys, you stupid fucking moron.
There was a lot of boy bands back then. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Bands like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, like, and also too, they're fudging kids. You fucking ignoramus.
And besides, some girls are gonna go freaking gaga. Well, some girls that are gonna fucking go gaga over boy bands, or like many people are gonna go gaga for boy bands. It's common, really.
Oh, well, I was just naming them as examples, Easter. Like, that was my main thing. Like, I was just showing examples. It's like there was a shit ton of them. Like, I'm not too familiar with them because I'm sorry, I have dick and balls.
Oh my god.
2002 wasn't a very in-your-face time either. It was quiet. It was grungy. Linkin Park was one of the biggest bands in the world.
Linkin Park sucked cock.
I guess you had to get that off your chest.
I'm sorry, Linkin Park sucked fucking monkey cock. And also, Johnny, if you want to come fight me, I'll take you right by your beard and smack you off a telephone pole.
Everyone was emotional and full of angst. Like, there's one guy in the school who has this emo look, and yeah, that is 2002, right there. The whole movie should look like that. And that's partially because there's an elephant in the room that you do have to realize if you want to say, golly geez, let's set this film in 2002 for no reason. This film takes place less than a year after the September 11th terrorist attacks. I bring this up because it radically altered the culture of the time. And
okay.
What?
Just Zeldin, breathe.
What?
Breathe, because I'm going to hit this fool. I'm going to hit him. Don't worry.
What?
Okay. You stupid ignoramus. This movie is based in fudging Canada. Also, too, you'd have to think that they're fucking children. Children do not have the concept of fucking politics. Because, one, it's fucking, not gonna lie, it's fucking complicated as shit. Two, they don't fucking care. And three, why would they want to learn about the history of the fucking country when they're outside of school? That seems like a bit of a fucking stretch. And also, finally, too, fucking add more salt into your fucking wound. It happened over in the United States, not Canada, you jackass. True, Canada did get involved in the Iraqi war. But they really didn't fucking televise it to everyone in their fucking country.
Ways that make this movie feel exceptionally ignorant of the time. Even though, literally, the only reason I can comprehend that this movie is set explicitly in 2002 is because the director grew up in that exact year. Yes.
What?
Okay, yeah, just a second. What he's talking about is at the very beginning. Like, if you look at the movie at the very beginning, Zeldin, it will say, like, 2002. Like,
yes,
you'll see it at the very beginning.
Yes, I know that, but the fact he's bringing out the fact that the director was basically born in 2002, like 2002, like what?
No, the creator of this movie was actually born in September 8th, 1989. And believe me, and I will say it, the only reason why I know this off the top of my fudging head,
Because you did research.
no, because I was born in that same exact year. So yeah, of course she's fucking growing up in that fucking time. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm failing to see his argument. Like I went from laughing at this motherfucker to where it's like, dude, you've lost the plot.
You sound like friggin' Gordon Ramsay right there. You lost the plot!
He has.
This film takes place in Canada, not the United States, but all over.
What? You brought up something that has to do with 9/11, and now you're basically just flat out said it's taking place in Canada and not in the US. Are you serious?
Oh my god.
How did you proofread your script? Did you fucking look back at your video and thought to yourself, yeah, this is a good idea. This is a great idea for a video.
And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like he rushed. If you want me to be completely honest, because like he's bringing like not gonna lie, bare bones to it, and also too, fucking Mr. Alex, you cheeky bastard, ain't nothing but a headache.
But the fact that this is why reviewers proofread their scripts, to make sure that they are not going to contradict themselves like this, or to make sure that they actually come up with good, compelling arguments. Not just sit there and just flat out some things, get backlash, and then freaking sit there and turn off the comment section and then pout because they fucking want to make sure they say, well, it's not my fault that my video sucked.
Well, like, here's the thing. It's like, Jesus Christ, fam. If you wanted your video to be better, research would have been more, like I was one of the people, I'm not going to rush in. I'm going to at least look into shit and go like, okay, this is why we got inspiration for this. I will say one of the things, like, one of my other problems with the movie is, why the fuck does their hair turn red? After they transform, like, okay, after they transform into the panda, like, they never really explain it.
I was going to say, I think it's to represent the fact that she has red panda within her and all that. I think that's why her hair turned red.
Well, to me, it's just like, oh, yeah, no, people, not going to lie, Mr. Alex, people have been dunking on him for years. Like, if you thought Wings of Redemption got dunked on for his stupidity, oh, dear God.
For the Western world, Canada, America, the UK, much of Europe, people were paranoid because 9/11 wasn't the only terror attack that had happened. It was the major theme of the decade. I mean, I can understand not wanting everyone to be so fearful, as that goes against the tone that the movie is trying to establish.
No, it's not that. It's because, okay, most children at that fucking time were fucking ignorant to it. The reason why it got played up as much as it did here in this country is due to the fact of, oh, look at the country's name, the United States of America. Where did that attack happen? Oh, in the United States of America. Where does May live, and where is this movie based out of? Oh, fudging Canada.
Yeah. I mean, even if it was a teenager basically being ignorant to basically or anything that 9/11, as you just said, it's taking place in Canada.
And in Canada, like, okay, and I will say, yes, Canada did help out the U.S. in that war against Iraq. But it's, like, okay, trying to explain the 9/11 attacks to children isn't, like, how do you say it? The kid's going to be like, meh, and go right back to what the fuck they're doing. They don't get the concept, nor do they care. They're kids.
Yes.
But then you have very awkward moments if you actually were there and you do actually remember the time period. Like, the moment with Ming, this strange adult standing outside of the school with a box. An adult that no one wants to account for, completely trying to obscure her appearance and getting attention of the kids in the school.
How's she
Okay,
okay. How's she trying to obscure her appearance? All she's wearing is sunglasses. What is she trying to be? Like a fucking member of the 2000 fucking NWO? Like,
And
what
also-
the fuck are you doing?
And also, too, she's not trying to get the attention of her classmate. She was trying to get the attention of her daughter. Okay, John, I get the classmates got her attention, but that's because their curiosity got to them. She wasn't after the attention of all these kids inside the fucking classroom. She was trying to get her daughter's attention.
Like,
She's a pro.
and also, oh, Yugi Brony's here. What's up, my brother? My brother from
Hey,
another
Yugi.
mother. I know, that was completely cringe, wasn't it?
But either way,
Hey, Yugi, do you want to get in call with us?
what he would have thought if Ming, but yeah, I don't know why fucking would Ming gain anything from getting attention from all the classmates. What kind of fucking
I like how I paused it. I
what?
like where. Okay, it shouldn't.
The fucking terrified
actually.
look?
Yeah, like. Okay, no, I haven't dropped that many frames. I'm still gold. But still, holy shit.
In Real World 2002, she wouldn't just be confronted by the school security guard. She would be tackled by the police and hauled in.
Okay.
Whoa. What? When would the police get involved? Why would the police? Go ahead.
Because he's under the mindset of 9/11, where back then, like airport security tightened up, and where there was cops at schools. Like, but here's the thing, though. And I will say it, I live in a small town here in New York. Like, we didn't, like, after 9/11, we didn't have, like, cops at the fucking school searching everyone's bag for a fudging bomb. Like, what are you fucking doing? And also, too, the cops wouldn't be able to respond in fudging time.
And also, too, like, oh my god. The fact that.
Like,
John, seriously, go ahead.
Okay, so let me get this straight, John. So, if you call the Copy Whoppies, do they come up to your house in less than 2 minutes flat?
It's basically, I guess they're like freaking Cop Dash now.
Like, do they strap fucking rocket boots to those motherfuckers?
Do they have like any teleportation?
Yeah, they have instant transmission from Dragon Ball Z because it was popular at that time. Like,
well, wait, hang on. Wait, hold on. Well, apparently to John, of course, it wasn't that.
like instant transmission.
Holy shit. Like, holy shit, John. You were.
I would love to actually. Oh dear. Are you sure you're ready for my insanity? But what I might do is I might add you, not trying to be a deal, like a little bit after we're done doing the video here, so that way you can give your
2 cents.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. If they picked 1999 or 2000 or literally any year that was not 2002, this movie's setting would make a lot more sense.
It's a movie about a child growing up. And also, too, the director of this movie, okay, if you were to backtrack it to 2002, the director in this movie was turning fucking 13. Which means 13 in 2002. So, basically, like, she's talking about, like, how do you say it? She's taking inspiration from herself and throwing a little bit of fucking story into it. Like, that's what she's doing. And I'm not,
And also,
as I said, there's stuff in this movie I don't like, but, like, I'm going to say, if you're going to pound on it, do it right. Like, he takes everything so seriously. He thinks that this movie is real, that these characters are fucking real, and there's no such thing as fiction.
and not only that, but where's he going with this on the whole? It would make sense if it was in the 90s or 80s.
And also, too, I like how he sits there and says that this movie's a mixed bag, but all he's done is fucking crapped on it.
Exactly.
At least, like, I'm giving, like, okay, and I'm not completely defending her either. I'm saying, too, like, you know, as I said, if you're going to smash it up, at least do it right. Also, too, and if I were to do it, I'd make fun of it.
Like we're doing to this movie, to this review right now.
No, I'm the one who's making more fun. You're just sitting there fucking being the straight man to all this bullshit.
Okay, I'll give you that.
1999. I could buy the in-your-face attitude, the boy band stuff. That was an optimistic year, despite everything else going on at the time. And on top of that, the movie doesn't get anything at all by setting itself in 2002. The boy band Four Town could have been replaced with any other musical act. The lack of cell phones and surveillance technology doesn't matter because May was caught on the news.
Okay. It wasn't surveillance, you fucking dipshit. It was a fucking video camera.
And not only
also,
that, but...
too, okay, you're really gonna sit here for like 30 seconds and bitch because one of the boy bands in the movie was named Four Town. Oh, you could have named it anything else. It's a fucking name.
And also, too, here's another thing. Even if it wasn't a, quote, surveillance camera or by an actual camera phone, excuse me, I think the news would have caught on by now as well. So either way, the grandmother would have discovered it regardless.
No, like, I'll say, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, he's not going Christian levels. And I'm sorry, I don't know why people do this shit all the time.
I think it's because Christian is becoming a meme at this point of how insane that they were going.
Like, okay, he's not to that level. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I will say, yeah, he is a shit reviewer, but he's nowhere near Christian levels. Not anywhere near it.
And being hidden really isn't a goal in this film. I mean, I wouldn't set it in 2022, obviously, but taking place in just a vague, unspecified time, like any other Disney Pixar film, would have done this one so much favor.
Okay. This is another thing. So now he has a problem with the year this movie was made. Okay. We've been sitting here and going through a global pandemic. And the director of this movie actually wanted people to be able to go to a movie theater to see it. But, you know, the fucking restrictions weren't lifted in time, so that's why they decided to place it on Disney+.
And besides, okay, do you really think that people really want to be reminded of the fucking, of what's been going on as well? And besides, does it really matter? Fuck. What would, okay, let me ask, I'd ask John this. What would he respond to if the movie was taking place in 2040 or 2050?
He wouldn't be alive.
No. Okay, what I'm saying is that if the movie's years that it took place, if the movie was taking place in 2040 or 2050, then what? What are you going to say about it then?
You know what? I should do a meme where he's grabbing Ming. And he goes like, I hate you especially.
Oh, God.
Take away Ming, and you take away the setting, and what's left with the film? You have a nice little story about a girl having something supernatural happening to her and going through it with her friends. And that is a nice part of the film.
Okay, that's like every other movie. Every other movie is going to have those kind of situations. Doesn't matter what year it's taking place in. It does not matter what year it is.
You know what's even funnier? Like, I just love how he's stroking such a hate boner for Ming. Like, how do you say it? And that's another thing he allows to get involved in this quite often is his emotions. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one who's noticed that, but Like, he
It
lets
kind of
his
does seem like it.
yeah, like his emotions really get involved in this shit. And it's like, dude, why are you so emotionally invested in a movie? Like for me, I was entertained. I didn't think it was that bad. Oh,
Neither did
Nathan,
I.
it's like we're actually through the most painful part, the 9/11 bullshit.
Film. It's
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
amazing, really. What the trailers made look like was going to be the worst part of the film was actually, in the end, probably its saving grace. May and her friends have very good chemistry. I just wish the film could be only about that, and it took
Okay, so yeah, like this has been his main problem from the get-go. Like
They have. Go ahead.
okay, if he were to, like, I'm not gonna lie, if he were to change this into Ming as a bad character, not gonna lie, he would probably have a lot more people on his side with it, because that's what this seems like it's more about. It's less about the movie and more about why he hates Ming. If you've noticed that throughout the entire duration of this review.
It seems like it. But the other thing was basically talking about focusing on May and her friends. The movie has been focusing on her friends.
And her, like, it's like, not gonna lie, it's the main focus of the movie. Like it's been 60% them and 40% her mom.
Has he not been watching the movie? Did he like just skim through the movie like quickly as possible, wrote down a review, and then thought, oh, to talk about how much he doesn't like Ming?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gathering.
I don't think he watched the movie entirely. I think he just basically watched like half of the movie, thought, screw it, I'm just going to write a script anyway, and then after that, just place the video out there anyway.
Like I'm not... I'm going to get some noodles and watch this, I wish. I wish I could, too.
took more cues from something like Stand By Me. Because every time that it's not about that, the film
And then you'd bitch about the movie being like nearly the same as Stand By Me. That's what you would do. Like, don't lie, John. I've seen you do that bullshit before.
struggles, and it struggles hard. Like, there's also May's father, Jin. He says like 2 words throughout the entire film, and then towards the end he decides that he wants to be an actual character.
Okay, this is another problem that I have with him on this. So you're telling me that there's no such thing as quiet people?
I mean, there's quiet people out there. Fuck, there's even some quiet characters as well. There are characters that don't talk that much. I mean, take for example, from G.I. Joe, Snake Eye, if I remember correctly. He's a quiet character. Fucking, there are many characters that are the strong silent type.
And here's a good example of it. Like, yeah, true, he wasn't in like many parts of the movie, but as you said, this movie is not particularly about the dad. This movie is about May growing up.
Yeah.
That's what it's mainly about.
And besides, the father did become a really good supporting character close to the end of the movie anyway. So what more do you want?
And also, too, like, when he went in to talk to her before, he was watching a bunch of videos that her and her friends did on a camcorder. And came in and went like, okay, yeah, I can see why this is making you happy.
Out of nowhere. The film is clunky. That's the best way to describe it. Which side of okay it's on depends on my mood, but it is vastly below Pixar's average. Or, well, it would have been 15 years ago. Oh yeah, there's also the puberty thing. It is really underplayed and the controversy is blown mega out of proportion. Beyond the metaphor of May turning into a red panda, you're not going to get much besides menstrual pads. Like, you could watch this film and think that the only symptom of going through puberty for May is turning into a giant red panda.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, John. It's not about the pads, and it's not about May turning into a red panda. There's more to about friggin' about kids and they're basically going through a puberty. There's going to be emotions. There's going to be a lot of things that kids go through. It's not about pads. I don't know why you keep bringing up pads multiple times.
And also, maybe because he's on it?
Oh my god.
That would explain a lot of his emotional outbursts. But yeah, if I can, and even then, if I'm defending the movie, also as you said, like getting mad at the movie is going to give it unpraised hype. So here you are getting mad at the movie. So apparently you want this movie to be like the best thing since fucking Frozen. That's
Apparently.
what it's coming. That's what it's coming across to me, at least. Maybe that's just me, but
Yes, but like I said, the fact that he misses, again, the movie literally took the ball through the base of the subtlety, and he swung and missed. Seriously, John, do you not know how kids work, or how did you not go through puberty before in your life? Like the fact that, as I said,
why does he
What?
do this? Like, God damn it, John. Why are and don't get me wrong, I don't hate the guy. Like, it'd be pretty hard for me to hate someone. But Jesus Christ, fam. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can see why people are throwing bricks at you over this fucking review, because I'm sorry to say it, it's shit.
and yet he turns off the comments.
Just say blood is like pee. Holy, what crack is Mr. Enter on? He's on the I don't go outside of my house and I don't smell grass.
Panda. And this is something that I'm getting really tired of happening, by the way. I don't know whether to call it shock advertisement or an offshoot of rainbow capitalism, where Disney and its stands say,
What?
How is this rainbow capitalism? You fucking
Where did that
stupid
come
ass.
from? Where did that even come from?
What? Yo. I like how I love that. Like, I'm gonna take jab at Disney because of that Florida bill. That's what he's doing. Like, you can't hide it from me, John. Don't bullshit.
Okay, like I feel like he's bringing up certain topics for the sake of it.
Oh my fucking god. Jesus fucking Christ. He just talked about fucking politics in a movie that has absolutely positively nothing to do with them.
Like I said, I feel he's doing it for the sake of it.
Let me go online and let me talk about how much of a raging lefty I am, everybody. I hate Disney with the no take bill.
that everyone has to go see X, Y, and Z film and absolutely love it because it's so daring, so brave.
No one is saying that. Where are you getting this from?
I mean, as I said before earlier, you are not obligated to watch it.
Okay, that's like me sitting here saying that I watched Frozen, now I have to do a review on it and talk about it. Which, not gonna lie, I watched it, didn't care for it, and just left it at that.
Wait, after that?
What is it?
Did you review it after that?
No.
There you go.
Because I don't want to get fucking stabbed by parents.
No. What I'm saying is that John thinks that there's an obligation. Again, just because you're an animated reviewer does not mean you're obligated to a film that's animated.
Like, okay, so I think I have to talk about this a little bit. Oh, great. Here comes this, my most favorite thing to do online. Rebel getting into his politics. Here we go. Get ready to click off the video, everyone. I'm going to give you a 5-second head start. Because, okay, this fucking rainbow capitalism thing is just fucking dumb. Because now Disney is starting to do this stuff where they're bringing in lesbians and, like, how do you say it? Where they want their movies to be more LGBTQ. Because, I mean, look what they did to Star Wars, those motherfuckers.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, there's more to it.
I was going to say, I mean, there's a lot of friggin' shows and movies that are bringing in LGBT and or homosexuals. It's basically a typical Tuesday for me.
And for me, like, and I know this is probably going to come up, oh, Rebel hates gay. No, that's not what it is. Like, I like it when it's done properly. When it's done properly, then it's great. But like these movies and these people fuck it up so severely. Do a reaction of Disney exclusives in Zoom call. Oh, good God. God, that would be terrible.
You know, like how they add in a literal gay wink and a nudge, so they can claim that they have the first LGBT character in their film for the 20th time, in such a small role that they can remove it for international audiences.
When did they do that?
Well, okay, if I can say, there was one scene that brought up a one of the characters being homosexual, of course, and turning red. But however, John, you used the wrong clip for that. You used the wrong clip. I get that you're trying to...
Not gonna lie, what is it? The not trying to be is it the braced one?
Yes.
Okay, so
if John used a different clip than the clip he's using right now, okay, I get it. He's trying to bring up that in Beauty and the Beast, I guess that one of the characters was, I guess, considered homosexual. I guess is what he's bringing to bring up. But however, John, like I said, if he used a different clip than the clip he's using right now, then after that, he could have probably actually made an actual point on the fact that they're trying to do a wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing.
Okay, and if I can, like, this is a subject I like to bring up to when it comes to this stuff. Okay, them being gay should not be the thing that defies their character. Because, okay, to me, like, I gotta fucking think of some off the top of my head, and I can't. My brain is, like, not working tonight. Watch this. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably wake up and think of 40 different fucking ones. Because that's just how my brain works. Like, my brain is fucking... Like, sometimes it can be so fucking dead-ass slow. It's slower than a fucking one processor computer. Like... And yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, if they're done properly, then people like them. But when you try to just, like, how you say it, shoehorn it in, oh, this character's gay. So that shouldn't define them as a character. That shouldn't be their only character trait. Like, that's the main problem I have with these movies when it comes down to it.
You want animation that's daring? Watch Braceface.
Okay, no, Braceface sucked ass. What are you talking about, fam?
And also, too, I don't know what does that have to do with anything.
Because apparently there was an episode that talked about periods.
No, I'm not kidding. That show actually had a period episode with things like menstrual cramps mentioned, which aired in 2001. That was more than 20 years ago. And if you're not keeping score, that happened before this movie even took place. Cartoons were more daring and diverse back then than you probably give them credit for, and definitely more than the industry does today. Not so much with films, but actual on-television animation, yes. It was probably more diverse back then than it is now, even. You want to talk Asian characters animation? American Dragon Jake Long, Life and Time...
John, have you ever heard of something called anime? I think you haven't heard of that. It's really awesome and it's really cool. I think it came from Japan. You might as well look that up.
Oh my fucking god! If I can, American Dragon Jake Long. Are you fucking kidding me, man?
And besides, okay. American Dragon Jake Long, yes, it has an Asian culture, but I feel like you're just trying to make that huge, strong comparison. You're making a way too big of a strong comparison.
About two women kissing in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. God damn it. Damn you, Super Disney fan. You see, this is why I hate your ass. Because you know shit about Disney that my dumb ass doesn't. And it pisses me off. No,
well, they are called Super Disney fan.
Fuck you, Zeldin. No, I'm kidding.
I'm Juniper Lee, Jackie Chan Adventures, Yume from Code Lyoko. Hi.
No, I'm not repeating myself. No.
When did Code Lyoko go into Asian territory?
He just wants to bring. I guess it's because of one of the Oh no, hang on. Two of the characters was basically kind of Asian, actually. No, one girl was actually one of the main characters was Asian, of course. But however, I don't think they did the Asian stereotype that much.
Yeah, like Jackie Chan Adventures was about an archaeologist fucking trying to stop an ancient demon from getting all 12 fucking talismans. That was the first season of it. Like, the seasons with Jackie Chan Adventures, like, changed over time. Like, first season was about stopping a demon from coming back to life by stopping him from getting the 12 talismans. Second season was about fucking sealing away the fucking 8 demons. I forgot what seasons, like, season 3 was right back to the fucking talisman bullshit again, where they had to stop Dalon Wong from getting all the talismans out of animals.
Well, apparently, Code Lyoko is a French cartoon. Whoops.
Oopsie.
Hi, Puffy Yumi, and that is.
No. Oh my god. I never thought I would ever have to hear that stupid show ever the fuck again. You killed me, Mr. Enter. You did it. You found something that kills me. Damn you.
Yeah.
God damn it.
John, you are still shooting yourself in the foot.
Oh my god, fucking hi Puffy Yumi. Like,
I think I know what. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I only remember one person watching it, and that was my cousin. And I watched it when I was a fucking kid. I thought it was bad.
I was gonna say, I think what John's trying to do is basically bring up characters that seem Asian, of course, or anime-like, just to make his argument valid.
And also too, they didn't have episodes where they were talking about someone being on a fucking period. Like what is he trying? Oh my god, my brain hurts.
I was gonna
There's
say,
also ignoring shows that try to showcase many or all ethnicities, like Class of 3000 or Hey Arnold. I'm not going to give easy credit for things that have already been done and done better 20 years ago, or more, in the case of Hey Arnold. But if you want to keep giving credit to a mega corporation that stole your values and is trying to sell them back to you, keep on praising every little scrap of things that they will keep removing for an international market.
Okay. Like, there's people out there that find the movie to be okay.
And also, too, not everyone is going to like the movie as well. Yes, maybe there are some people out there that you only see actually praising the movie and such. But, however, maybe find somebody else that actually doesn't seem to like the movie and actually bring up actual compelling arguments.
And if I can...
Go ahead.
To just add on to this, it's like, okay, dude. Like he didn't, like, I bet you he's one of those people who would, oh yeah, and you are right, Code Lyoko, who remembers Lyo's reaction to this review? Oh, I will say I watched bits and pieces of it, and I thought Lyo was gonna fucking hurl him out of a window. That's what I thought. Like, I thought fucking Lyo was gonna go over to his fucking house, kick down his fucking door, and be like, yeah, motherfucker. and Yugi Brony, like, me and him are in the same camp on this. Like, the movie was okay, I've seen better. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. It's a movie. Like, he's acting like the Disney Corporation's gonna break into his fucking house and go like, you're gonna love this fucking movie or else.
Because the only color that Disney and these other corporations care about is green.
Well, I was going to say, no shit, Sherlock. Of course that they're going to only care about green because that's how every company are. They only care about the green.
It's the green, it's the green, it's the green I see. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And that was his review of Turning Red. Oh. Zalden, are you okay? Are you alive in there?
Yeah, I'm still alive, but the fact that John, you really need to do more research before doing these kind of reviews instead of just jumping into the pool of acid. Because the fact that you sit there, you bring up bullshit out of your ass multiple times, and then when you got backlash for it, then you started throwing a temper tantrum.
I find it funny that he was able to like, and this is the thing that like, but yeah, like what I'm gonna do now, everyone, is I'm gonna wrap up here because I actually gotta get to bed here soon,
That's fine.
and because now I gotta wake up to like here in the next 8 hours.
Oof.
So I do hope you all enjoyed this. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be streaming for a while because as I said, I got a bunch of IRL shit going on. So with that one said, I hope you all enjoyed. I want to thank Zeldin first for coming on here with me and losing his mind along with me.
Oh, you are quite welcome.
So with that one said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching.